With a clear sky, temperatures though are at your freezing. Temperatures start climbing. Schedule your free in-home design consultation.
Cirque du Soleil invites you to join a majestic parade. Come and get carried away with life at Corteo by Cirque du Soleil. Join us at the Eagle Bank Arena from May 17th to May 25th. Tickets on sale at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
Welcome to the new home of the 7 News First Alert Weather Center.
It's not just a flashy new studio.
It's a state-of-the-art weather tracking center. Washington weather just got better. 7 News First Alert Weather.
This Traffic Watch 7 update is sponsored by PenFed Credit Union. At PenFed Credit Union, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
That's got great rates for everyone.
You're watching 7 News on your side at 6 a.m.
I'm Lizzie Masters at the Alert Desk with some good news this morning when it comes to the impact of Virginia's wildfires on air quality. And this morning, 7 News, we are on your side. We are pushing away all of the negativity, embracing the positive because it is holy. And I'm live in Fairfax trying to give you an idea of how Thomas Jefferson High School students are celebrating the holiday.
A local singer ready to make another run on American Idol. This morning, we're catching up with this contestant from D.C. to hear about her journey as she hopes to make it to Hollywood.
And a big night in the district. This comedian Kevin Hart is honored. Our own Britt Waters was at the Mark Twain Awards talking to Hart about the prestigious prize. And she's up early. On track.
Never more than 7 minutes apart.
Britt Waters, who is built different, is on your side covering the morning commute. Eileen Whalen is here with your forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. I know. I can't wait to hear more about that later
Absolutely.
today. I got you. Fantastic. All right. Well, I've got you as far as the weather goes on this Monday morning. Absolutely beautiful view of the cherry blossoms down at the tidal basin. Always so many just fantastic shots. And I know we were telling you on Friday with the weekend rain and wind, we were probably going to see a lot of petals come down, and we did see some. But I did check, and the National Park Service tweeted yesterday that so many of the petals still on there, and today is day 8 of peak bloom. If you're looking to get down to the tidal basin or just get out today, warmest part of the day, 4 o'clock will reach that high of 57. Otherwise, we'll be in the 50s here between 2 and 6 o'clock. Right now, a nice orange glow on the horizon. Sun coming up at 7:03. And we are going to be in the 30s through the middle of the morning. So outside, you'll want that warm coat. We will start climbing into the 50s after lunchtime. Nice and clear now, but I am tracking our next weather maker. Britt, I'll let you know when we'll be tracking some precipitation here locally coming up in my next report.
Thank you. It's Skytrack 7 Days Up over Bethesda, Maryland, because we have not one, but 2 incidences. You can see the flashing lights still there. Activity here on the shoulder. And if you look really closely over here, you can see some flashing lights as well. Let's map it out for you. What happens approaching 355 to 70 grams. That right shoulder that's blocked is right after Rockville Pike. Now, you can get over in those through lanes, and you're about 53 miles per hour, so not bad at all. Let's talk transit. When we talk there, Metro, Market, VRE, all lines currently open are on time. If anything changes on Metro, you'll see it on the side of your screen on that 7 News ticker. Got another incident I'll tell you about in time, but I do want to
Is this the reality show?
right now. There are still
All right, still got this thing working.
that did help a bit. What are the main causes?
All right, Lindsay, thank you for that. 6:32, and a big heads up for residents in the district and Northern Virginia. Starting today, your tap water might taste a little different. Don't worry, though; it's not a bad thing. The Washington Aqueduct which is operated by the Army Corps of Engineers, is doing a bit of spring cleaning to make sure pipes are clean. The annual purification that should be done by.
Tell 7 News, the new law could create a safety issue for property owners.
It's a huge safety issue. I mean, if they're going to stop my tow truck driver or somebody like myself, a lady out there, after she signed the tow ticket, and she's still standing in the parking lot after the tow truck driver leaves with the car, she's there when they come back. I mean, it's a huge safety issue.
I'll also have a warning later today about a spot in Northern Virginia. If you park on the property and you leave, you're going to get towed within minutes. Yeah, I'm talking about giant. We saw 11 cars towed in
special than I really thought it was going to be.
The Cats' next game is actually on Tuesday against the Detroit Red Wings. They need that win.
And we're just days away from some Nats baseball. Major League Opening Day is this Thursday. The Nationals will be on the road against the Cincinnati Reds. Their first home game is next Monday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 7 News will be live. We've got team coverage planned for the home opener.
Now, your traffic and weather together, always within 7 minutes.
And at 6:48, I want to show you our 10-day temperature trend as we look towards opening day, at least the home opener. Right now, Monday's forecast high of 62. Sunday there for Easter, 66. So a little bit of a warming trend coming our way as we head into the weekend. Right now, a beautiful view from the Salamander Hotel DC looking towards the tidal basin. It's still looking really pretty and pink. It's cold out there right now. We're
Better shut up.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, think I've got this thing working.
1 in 3 adults report struggling to either fall asleep or maintain sleep.
hotels taking it to the next level beyond a chocolate on the pillow, creating environments that are best for rest, quiet, temperature controlled, and comfortable.
I just wanted to close the door and get some sleep.
Well, I was exhausted.
These two sleep tourists are trying out accommodations in Florida.
Trees are sky high, gas sky high. David Trump has worked hard to lower costs. I know David came from a working class background. That's part of the passion that he has to making sure that the little man has a voice and opportunity. And he's all out pain, and David Trump is that guy.
I'm David Trump, and I approve this message.
It may not sound like it, but this is actually
Holiday weekend. Anyway? 55. Take a look at your roads right now. Skyfox is live over over in
Buster's Frozen Empire topping the box office, raking in nearly $45.2 million. Okay, do we get any of that?
Meet a doctor who connects all the dots.
Oftentimes, people with low back pain, knee pain, or hip pain don't even recognize that it's actually coming from their feet.
Their feet? For real?
Absolutely, 100%. It can have a domino effect because their foot and their ankle aren't supported properly.
temperatures in the 50s, so a nice day for outdoor plants. And then we're talking about some rain. At Skyfox, it's live over a crash there on Maryland 355 at northbound in Bethesda. Let's take a closer look at that crash there on the off-ramp to 270 northbound. We know traffic is getting by in the right lane only over there. That shouldn't be causing you too many issues. Of course, we will keep an eye on that in the next 5 minutes as well as the next few hours. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Annie Mae. A violent crash in Laurel has killed 1 woman.
4 others were injured in a 2-car collision on Laurel Louis Road. That's where we find Fox 5's Melanie Onwick this morning with an update on this. Mel?
Hey, good morning. And as the sun is coming up, we get a better look at just the devastating crash scene here. And I want to show you, if you look a little closely, just in front of that do not enter sign, that is where you see the first impact marks. And then it looked like 2 vehicles that collided right at this point here, came careening down this way. One split off to the left and went up over the hill and came to rest there. Another, as you can see, just plowed through this median area, taking out signs and concrete barriers. Just a lot of impact as 16 fatal crashes so far this year.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, think I've got this thing working.
President Donald Trump has now until today to come up with nearly $500 million to secure a bond in his New York civil fraud case. If he doesn't, the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, can start to seize Trump's assets. The former president plans to appeal.
Trump's asking the appellate court to intervene and said he doesn't have to pay the bond.
To seize Trump's assets. Nakia.
All right, thank you, Stephen. 703 is
After a food truck caught fire near
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, think I've got this thing working.
showed signs of severe beatings, with one barely conscious, raising put statements that said that two of the suspects accepted guilt were true. The four suspects face formal terrorism charges, which carry a maximum life sentence.
The man accused of killing a convenience store owner in Prince George's County is due in court today. Police say 48-year-old Anthony Stevens robbed 50-year-old Muhammad Hanif before fatally attacking him. This happened at a 7-Eleven store on Larchmont Avenue in Capitol Heights. Hanif leaves behind a wife and several children.
And starting today, the Washington Aqueduct will temporarily change its disinfectant from chloramine to chlorine. Now, this means that water in Arlington and parts of Fairfax.
It's always good to get that heads up.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, I think I've got this thing working.
Impact from the cherry blossoms, so they're still shining their bright, petals early this morning. It's gonna be a nice day too. If you want to get outside and see them, just wait a couple of hours for it to warm up. Let the sunshine back, which will act as a nice backdrop to any kind of pictures. We're starting out this morning below freezing for some of you. We dropped into the 20s for some area suburbs. Maybe a cold start to the day. So bundle up this morning. It should warm back to the 50s once we have that sun really getting going here shortly. Not a whole lot happening on live satellite radar imagery. Eventually we'll be talking about some rain, but not until the middle parts of the week. So enjoy the sun today. We'll hit the upper 40s come noon.
That's when I'll be.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, I think I've got this thing working.
Avenue is definitely inflated, but again, normal for the 7 o'clock hour. 14 minutes there to take you 5 miles if you were headed between 95 and Georgia Avenue. Makia.
All right, thank you, Annie Mae. 7:07 is your time right now. The countdown is on to when D.C. police will lift their second set of drug-free zones. Fox 5, Stephanie Ramirez joining us live now with more from the Petworth neighborhood this morning. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Makia. So by 8 o'clock is the deadline here, 7:59 to be exact. You can see the orange signs are still up here. This area of Petworth, we're by Upshur and near Georgia right now. And then a second area in Trinidad section of DC are the two areas that were selected for the second round of these drugs.
Go online or on the app today.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, I think I've got this thing working.
Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on select Ford SUVs. But hurry, this offer won't last long.
I experienced incredible customer service with Greenberg and Betterman. Every time I reached out to them, they responded within minutes and always with the answers I needed. They made me feel as if I was their only customer, although I know I was not.
Place after his performance Thursday, when he was able to make up for it in this weekend's performance, taking home a gold medal.
Look at that. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right, and the quad axle helped a lot with that.
Yes, look at that. Hitting 1,000 career games before playing against the Jets yesterday. The Caps auctioned six number 77 warm-up jerseys to benefit the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. Now back on the ice, the Caps got the job done in the third period. John Carlson scoring his 7th goal this season, and then Alex Ovechkin, the grade 8, earning 2 more goals to shut out the Jets, 3-0. The Caps have tomorrow night off before welcoming the Detroit Red Wings here at home. Go Caps!
All right, now Annie Mae has a lot to say about that. I'm sure we're going to get to her later on. But Taylor, I have a lot to say about the weather. I've just enjoyed it. It was a little chilly for me over the weekend and this morning, but the sunshine, right on time.
Right on time. I know. I really enjoyed the sunshine yesterday. It was so nice after a gloomy start to the weekend. Yesterday, more screenshot of what is going on over there as well. BW Parkway, north and southbound. You're looking at about a 20-minute commute in the southbound direction, 18 in the northbound direction.
Of course, good morning. I want to begin with, I guess, your first impressions of what you saw in the announcement and in the days and weeks ahead of it.
Yeah, so I was sitting there watching the television just like everyone else, shocked. This is a young woman, early 40s. Is always tough, and then you layer on top, she's a young woman, she's a young mother, young wife, and she's got young kids, and then also her role in society. It was overwhelming to me to hear what she's been going through, and also I think the world, and and certainly the first thing we should be saying, as we have been, is certainly our love and prayers go to her and her family.
One question I had in watching everything, we knew that she had abdominal surgery. She came out about that, but according and after the surgery from another issue. How common is that occurrence?
Well, sometimes that can happen. So, one thing we don't know, and it's obvious that I was not involved in her care, but I do want to say that one thing we don't know, and I don't know, is what prompted the abdominal surgery in the first place. Were there symptoms? Was there something going on? But in whatever situation, she did have this major abdominal surgery that has been described. It is possible and often may happen that going into a surgery, things are suspected to be benign, meaning we don't know that there is cancer or maybe something else until after the surgery is done and samples are sent to the lab, to the pathologist to see exactly what's going on. So that can happen. And it seems like that's what happened, at least partially so in this situation here.
She did also mention that she will undergo chemotherapy as advice, preventive advice from her doctors, although we don't know what kind of cancer it is.
The Kennedy Center, April 23rd through 28th. Tickets at kennedy-center.org. Get your tickets now, before they disappear.
Hey, I'm Chelsea, and a little thing I like about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is I think it's just the perfect combination of ingredients. The pepper jack cheese and that spiciness of the sandwich. It's real.
Dependability, reliability, confidence, everything you want in a sedan. Backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Lease the new 2024 Forte LXS for $199 a month.
If you can, we can. Michael and Son. Some of the biggest comedians in the world were in D.C. last night to celebrate the Mark Twain Prize winner for American humor. And this year's recipient was none other than Kevin Hart. And our very own Kevin McCarthy, caught up with the star on the red carpet. Here's some of their interview, including why the award is so special for Hart.
We'll see something like this happening. And when it does, it's something that you
get by on the right lane over there. BW Parkway, both north and southbound, 20 minutes there in the southbound.
Is this a reality show? Are we in Japan?
All right, think I've got this thing working.
From Millville to McLean, Baltimore to D.C., Giant was born in the DMV, and we celebrate its DNA. Partners, friends, families, kids. We're here to feed your love for where you live. Tastes that connect you to new cultures. Flavors that reconnect you with your own.
We've been doing it for more than 88 years.
And we're not going anywhere. Giant. This is home.
It may not sound like it, but this is actually progress at 225 miles per hour. Shell Renewable Race Fuel, reducing emissions by 60% in all NTT IndyCar Series races. We're moving forward with IndyCar because we're moving forward.
There's never been a better time to ride in the moment with Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
The experienced technicians at ARS Rescue Rooter are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 83 or it's free mainline drain clearing special. If we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call
Worthy to the American people and needs to be held accountable by our court system, which is what is happening. If he doesn't pay up, it will move on to appellate courts, and it will continue to go through the same system that any other person who is found guilty of these kind of crimes would be going through.
Dustin, I actually wanted to get you on what she just said about Trump saying one thing and Trump saying another.
Because it's really large amount. Yeah, exactly. So it's a unique situation.
It's weird, but it's still their law.
But it's still that's the process. He has to post it in order to be able to actually get his next day in court. And I don't think anybody believes that this is actually a legitimate case when this is how the real estate market actually works. In New York, you have Kevin O'Leary, who from Shark Tank, a very famous developer, who says this is exactly how it works. Everybody who's ever gotten health health insurance understands that you can tell them you're in perfect health, but they will, or actually life insurance, that you actually can tell them that you're in perfect health, but they're going to send somebody to actually check it out themselves, and that's what the banks did in this case. And the banks actually were part of the defense for the Trump team. So nobody believes this is actually a legitimate case. The attorney general actually ran on getting Trump and then went and found the crime. It's just like the Soviets back.
I mean, look, I don't know who's on Marjorie Taylor Greene's side these days. It seems like even members of the Freedom Caucus were stepping out saying that they wish she had remembered to do this, and they're in a sticky spot because they're having continued resignations with folks like Mike Gallagher over the weekend announcing dates that they'll be leaving Congress early, which is bringing their vote margin down. So
are on the rise. We'll take a closer look at who may be at risk. Plus, a big spotlight on tiny cars. We visit the Gaithersburg Convention for all collectors of all ages. We'll be right back.
Fox 5's Jim Wilke. There's a lot of good to talk about, as you covered. Meanwhile, he's everywhere. Sounds delightful. News anchoring. It's not your typical kind of show. Host of Like It or Not.
Thank you for that clarification.
And the final five.
Thank you so much for watching.
Jim Wilke. One more good reason to stay with us. Fox 5. Stay ahead.
What makes Coons the favorite to win it all?
We got it all. Bigger selection and savings up to $15,000 off. How about more for your trade? How about 125% more? Online now at Coons.com.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Kids store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt. Love collecting.
Al Davidson, I'm the proud producer of Matchbox Con, the first die-cast convention in the state of Maryland, made for people that love Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and all the other brands that are metal. In 1965, I was able to add more to this than I thought. But a lot of people in here don't sell, they just collect, and they come here just to find that one item, that special card they're looking for to go into their already existing collection. So that's what it's about.